Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to philosophy class, where we take up the symposium again and take up the speech of Socrates, wherein he relates the conversation with Diotima. The notes today, as you can see, are very detailed, and I'm not going to review all of those in the same detail. What Diotima tells Socrates ultimately is that, contrary to what the other speakers have said, love is not a god. Love is not a god because love needs. So in being in need and in explaining the origin of love and so forth as a child of Poros and Pena, it's clear that one in need is not a god. Love is always the love of something, which Socrates established in his questioning of Agathon. So that's the first thing that Diotima gets across. Love is not a god. Love is more like a messenger. Love really, Diotima's point is, that love is a longing. And this longing is the same kind of longing. You can express it as erotic longing if you want, but it's the same kind of longing that we saw in the Republic, where Socrates was trying to make his case that reason is the best ruler, both of ourselves and of the city. So it is the idea of falling in love, not in the sense of going down, but in the sense of falling up in love. That longing is a longing which moves way beyond the bodily elements, just like the prisoner was released from the cave, just like we move up the divided line. Love is a longing for things that are higher and better, and I guess you could say more philosophically abstract. But Diotima and Socrates here are not really talking about loving an abstraction as such. They're talking about loving reality as it is. They're talking about loving true beauty, loving complete goodness. So we encountered the form of the good as well. We long, in a sense, you might say, and therefore love immortality. And that's one of the things that Diotima emphasizes as she moves this conversation away from the rather mundane kind of love that the other five speakers talked about. She moves it away and moves it into something, yes, more abstract, more complicated, but really something that can really grab hold of our spirit in a new way that has not at all been touched upon by the previous bodily oriented speakers. That's the main point, I think, that Diotima is trying to make with Socrates in this relatively short section between what in our book is pages 185 to 194. So once again, I encourage you to read those sections carefully. This latter part of the symposium is all that we're studying. We're not studying the other five speeches in detail. I told you about those last time. And there's also a caution about other YouTube videos here with regard to the symposium. I checked out several. I didn't watch all of them, obviously, but looked at enough of them to know that few of them get the point. The one that does get the point, the one that's the best, and he's amazingly superior to all the rest, is the video that I've attached by Michael Sucru. You don't need to watch it unless you want to, right? It's not required. It's sort of like optional reading, you might say, or optional watching. Next time, in Monday's class, we will complete the symposium. And so, until then, happy reading.